Hello everyone, it's Darlene Lewis again, and I'm sure you know, if you see my face, this must be about the Abington Community Craft Fair. This is our 7th annual, and it will be October 29th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Senior Center, 441 Summer Street, Abington. We're very proud of the fact that this is the 7th annual, and I'm personally very proud that this is the 6th time that I'm the director of the craft fair. It is our biggest fundraiser of the year. Takes a lot of people. We have lots of really, really good volunteers. They're there all the way. It makes it easier to do my job. Part of the craft fair, well, I'll give you some of the things that will happen before the craft fair. The first thing is October 12th is Basket Day. On Basket Day, people come in with their items, sometimes already in a basket, sometimes just the items, and we provide a basket. Then the volunteers who are there put the baskets together and do them up in cellophane, and we're sort of known for our orange and black theme. Since we're always just before Halloween, it's always orange and black. We're looking for people to donate baskets, donate items that you think would go well in a basket. Come up. If you like to tie ribbon, put things in cellophane, or do other odd jobs that we need done on Basket Day, you are welcome. Well, you're always welcome anyway, but that would help us out. We've had baskets that, for instance, last year, we had a lighted up sign, liquor sign given to us, and it was a great hit. We've had giant dogs made, crocheted. We've had all kinds of things. We get spa baskets and Italian dinner baskets, wine baskets, all kinds of things. And we really, last year I think we had about 65 to 70 baskets and gift cards. We get gift cards from different businesses around, and sometimes one of the people here who live here don't feel like making a basket, and they'll give us a gift card. As I said, this is all our biggest fundraiser, and all of the money goes to the FOAS, which is the Friends of Abington Seniors, Inc., and the money is used for different kinds of activities and programs for the seniors of Abington. The next event before the craft fair will be Cookie Day, which is October 26th. On that day, people bring in uncooked dough, and the volunteers bake the cookies in the kitchen at the senior center, and sometimes people even bring their own cookies. But we prefer you to bring your cookies on Friday or Saturday. Sometimes people come in and they just want to volunteer. Well, there's always room for someone in the kitchen to help out with the cooking. The volunteers, specifically Chris Greeno, who is always in charge of this, worked very hard. She makes pies, she makes cakes, she makes cookies. So if you want to come in and just help out, that would be great. But if you wanted to bring in some dough, you don't feel like baking it, but you don't mind making up the dough, just make sure it's well preserved, bring it in. And one thing we have to ask you is to note nuts or no nuts. That's all, that always has to be done. Then on the 28th, which is Thursday, the Friday and Saturday morning, if you have baked goods that you want to donate, please bring them in. And as I said, please put a label on it saying that it has nuts, it has no nuts, it doesn't have nuts. I think there's also something about things with cream or fresh fruit. So be careful of that. But there'll be somebody there all day Friday, and there'll be someone there, of course, Saturday morning to receive all your goods. If you want to put a price on it, please do. We will try to sell it for your price. We can't guarantee you that the public will buy it at your price, but we'll try it. The next thing is, during that day, we start at 10 o'clock, of course, and we volunteers are there until at probably 7:30 in the morning. But when we open, things get hot and heavy and people are running around. You can always find us because we have on all black and usually a witch's hat. That's just to tell you who we are, so you know who to yell at. And hopefully you don't have to do much of that. At lunchtime, lunchtime begins at 11:30. We have an area that is set off as our restaurant. Our menu this year will be meatball subs, hot dogs, Greek salad, potato chips, corn chowder, and chop suey. I can tell you that Anna Fopiano makes the corn chowder, and it is famous around Abington and other places. People come just for the corn chowder. Of course, while you're there, you can buy something. Our raffles. Well, of course, our raffles are our beautiful baskets that are donated to us, and gift cards. The tickets, I can't really tell you at this point, but I know you can buy multiple denominations. The donation coming in the door is $1. And as I think I said, the restaurant opens at 11:30. Meanwhile, all morning there's coffee and soft drinks. We have lots of different crafters, and I had hoped that today our crafter coordinator would be here with me. Her name is Debbie Hendrickson, and I want to welcome her. She is a new senior. She has always been a participant in our craft fair. I don't think she's ever missed a year without having a table or two tables. She is now eligible to be a volunteer and be a part of this, and she's done a really good job. She's the person who you talk to when you need a table. Okay. I wanted to talk for a bit about the senior center. As I said, the FOAS sponsors the craft fair. In other words, they front the money for us to get things that we need. The FOAS is the money group. We get money so that we can provide things for seniors. This year, a lot of things have happened. I'm not sure that everybody notices about this, but there have been several trips this year. One of them was to Rhode Island to the, I think it was called the Playhouse. It was a very good trip. They've done a couple of trips to one of the casinos. And right now, it escapes my mind. But they've done a couple of them and they've been very successful. We just recently, 2 weeks ago, we had a trip to Onset down the canal, which was another really good trip, and we had a very good day for it. So the FOAS, Friends of Abington Seniors, tries very hard to give experiences to seniors, whether or not they can drive. So anything we do, the money always goes back. We don't get to use it for anything else. There are a couple of groups, there are a few groups that I'd like to talk about. The first is the Gifted Hands. We have our group from probably around 9:30 until 12 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And we do knitting and crocheting, and we have a little boutique out in the hallway so that people come in and they buy the things that we make. That money also goes to the FOAS. We get yarn from people, and I want to thank everybody who has donated yarn to us. We've been very blessed. People, if we say we need yarn, we get yarn. If we say we need buttons, we need a truck to bring them in and take them out, because people even will mail them to us. We're a group of about 15 altogether, and the amount of things that we've done would probably astound you. We have different things that we do. We do blankets for neonatal patients. We do these are our charitable things. We don't sell them. We make them, and we have certain people in the group who are connected with people who take these things to the hospitals. We also, as I said, we make things for ourselves, of course, but we also make things to sell. Bingo. Bingo is a big one. Bingo is every Monday. It starts at 11, but the doors are open at 9. They've had over 100 people, but I think they average somewhere in the 90s every Monday. All the money that they collect goes back in prizes, but they give out free coffee, tea, and desserts during their break. Then we have cribbage. Cribbage is another big one, and it's mostly guys. There are some women, but they're mostly guys, and I think they're there on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And they seem to have a great time, cowbells and all. There's Rosemary Burns's knit and crochet classes. They're also on Monday at 9 o'clock. If you need to learn how to crochet, you need to learn how to knit, you need a refresher course, you just feel like coming in and sitting and knitting with somebody on a Monday morning, you're always welcome. Her classes are only $5. That is phenomenal. Usually a class will cost you at least $20, and it would probably be for an hour. Another thing I wanted to talk about, starting a couple of years ago, we added another table that belongs to us. the group who do the craft fair. And that one has been American Girl doll clothes. This has become a hobby for me, and I just brought a couple of samples along to show you some of the work that we do. And my prices are not like American Girl. But this is one thing, pajamas and a top, and it's called the cupcake pajamas. This is something that I've always liked. I like black with red. It's a little dress. I adore these things. There's red and white polka dots, and the white one over there, everybody keeps saying that should be a christening dress. But I don't know about christening a doll, so I just leave that alone. Again, I wanted to tell you again, the craft fair, the 7th annual Abington Community Craft Fair, October 29th, 2016, 441 Summer Street, 10 to 3. Donation, $1. I think I've talked to you about everything that I intended to. So I'm going to say thank you and goodbye.